and welcome back to my channel. So I'm starting off by using a serum underneath my foundation, and this one's from the brand number 7. It's called the Restore and Renew Face and Neck Multi-Action Serum. And after using this serum, I'm going to follow through by using a moisturizer. It's very important to use a moisturizer underneath your makeup even if you're oily, because it really helps smooth out your base and make your makeup last longer. I'm ensuring everything's blended and that everything is soaking into the skin. And make sure you let it sink in for at least 3 to 5 minutes. And now I'm going to be priming my skin, and I'm just going to be putting this in my T-zone area where I get oily or where I have enlarged pores. And after I put that on my face, I'm just using patting motions to make sure that it's in the skin. And for today's foundation, I'm going to be using this Maximum Cover foundation from Jordana, and I'm going to be mixing in the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation. And I really like to mix these two together because the LA Girl foundation is really liquidy and the Jordana one is really thick, so these two together work great. My favorite tool to use whenever I want a flawless finish on my foundation is definitely a sponge. This one from Real Techniques works really good and blends my makeup flawlessly. Whenever you're using a foundation, make sure that you blend it all the way down to your neck. It doesn't have to be all the way down, but you just want to make sure that there is no obvious line where your jawline is, and you want to make sure to blend it in your hairline, but just make sure that you don't get it in your hair. For concealer, I feel like less is more, and it's more long lasting the thinner amount that you put. So I'm just going to be covering whatever I need to be covered, and I'm just using a triangular motion underneath my eyes. And for concealer, you don't have to press down really hard, you just have to barely tap the concealer because it's not as thick as foundation. It's very important to set your foundation to ensure that it lasts all day. So I first start off by powdering my under eye because that's the area that creases the most. And I'm going to powder down the rest of my face because I tend to get more oily throughout the day. And for contour, I'm picking a pretty ashy shade. It's not really gray toned, but it does give you that shadow effect for a contour. And I'm going to be chiseling out my cheekbones, and I'm going to be contouring the temples of my head. Whenever I contour, I always place it in the area that I want to be contoured, and then I blend upwards so that the contour doesn't droop down too low. For bronzer, I'm using this one from number 7 in the shade Maple, and this is really the best color for my skin tone. It gives me a really nice natural sun-kissed look, and I'm going to be placing that over my contour. For blush, my go-to shade is definitely a peach toned blush because I feel like it looks the most natural, so I'm just going to be applying this on the apple of my cheeks. For highlighter, I'm using this highlighter from Makeup Revolution in the shade Radiant Lights, and I really like this formula because it's really smooth and buttery. So I'm going to be applying that with my e.l.f. concealer brush on my cheekbones, on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and then on my forehead. To intensify my highlight, I'm taking the Benefit's What's Up Cream to Powder highlight, and I feel like this works best over a powder, and then I'm just going to be patting that in with my finger. For lips, I'm using this nude lip liner, and I'm going to be outlining my lips, and I'm making sure not to go overboard because I just want my lips to look natural today. One of my favorite lippies at the moment is this NYX Cosmetics Liquid Suede Lipstick in the shade Sandstorm, and it just looks really natural and pretty. And this ends my tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.